Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about health assessment. Introduction of health assessment. So, health assessment already you have studied in your first year. For second year, this is a revision or review of health assessment. So, health means it is a state of well-being. So, health is a state of complete physical, mental, social, and spiritual well being, and not merely the absence of any disease called health. Then, assessment. Assessment means it is a systemic and dynamic process by which the nurse interact with client. So assessment, it is a process, okay, systemic process by which the nurse interact with client, and then they collect and analyze data about the client's health. Okay, here what nurse does is they interact with client and then they collect the data about the client. So this is a systemic and dynamic process. Then components. Mainly components of health assessment is health history and physical examination. Then before knowing health history and physical examination, we need to know about the purposes of health assessment. So why we need to do the health assessment? So first purpose is to establish the database of clients normal ability. So what and all the clients, what all the normal ability, risk factors, and the dysfunction and correct alteration in function of a client we are going to establish in health assessment. Then next one is to get a clear picture of a client's health. So when we perform a health assessment, we can get the clear picture of client's health status as well as health related problems also. So what is the second purpose? It says that we can get clear picture of client's health status. So what, how about the client's health, the how the client is, and about the health related problem. If the person is having any kind of health problem, that also we can get through the health assessment. The next is to identify cause and extent of disease. When a nurse performs the health assessment or the observer, okay, when they perform a health assessment, what they find is they can identify the cause and how much the disease extended, that also we can identify through the health assessment. The next one is to identify the problems at early stage. When we perform the health assessment, we can identify the problems at early stage. Okay, then next one is to determine the nature or to identify or determine the nature of treatment required for the client. So when a nurse, as a nurse we are performing the health assessment, we can find what kind of treatment is required for the client. Then next one is to get a holistic view of the client. So why we need to perform the health assessment means we have to get this holistic view of a client. So how the clients thinks about the treatment, and then to contribute in medical research. Again, this health assessment can useful for medical research. If any medical research is going on, there this health assessment is useful. So we can use this medical research. Okay, that is also a purpose. Then next is to identify client's strength, weakness, knowledge, attitude, motivations, support system, and coping skill. Okay, so when we perform health assessment, we can find client strength. What is the client's strength and what is client's weakness? What clients is having the knowledge and what type of attitude clients is having and what is the motivation of a client and what and all the support system and coping skill we can find out through health assessment. As earlier I state, this assessment means interaction with clients. The nurse interact with the clients to know all these things, so we can identify. Then last one is to compare client's health status with the ideal status. So through the performing health assessment, what we can find, if the patient status, health status, whether patient is improving to get a ideal status, okay, uh, whether patient is improving or not, those things we can compare. So these all are the purposes of health assessment. Then next one is terminology that we are using when we are doing the health assessment. So when we are performing the health assessment, we are using these terminologies. So first one is diagnosis. Diagnosis means what? Diagnosis means it is the determination of the nature and extent of a disease. So through the diagnostic, okay, we can find out the nature and extent of a disease. The next one is prognosis. Prognosis means it is the forecast of a course and duration of a disease. So what is the duration of a disease? That is called prognosis. And how much the treatment being improved, that is called prognosis. And then etiology. Etiology means it is the science of the cause of disease. So cause of disease also, causes of disease also called as etiology. Then science. Science means the presence of disease that can been seen or elicited. So what the nurse or observer can see and elicited, can check, okay, that is called science. Example, fever. And symptom means any evidence as the nature and location of a disease noted by the client. So if this client is complaining, okay, the client is saying that they are having pain, okay, that we cannot see the pain or cannot measure, but science means we can see, okay. An example like fever. Symptom means what patient is feeling about or what disease they have noted, okay, client himself. The next one is subjective symptoms. Subjective symptoms means when the symptoms are noted by the client himself. Subject here, subject means the client or the patient, okay, when they note by the clients, okay, like example, pain. If the client is feeling pain, okay, that is subjective symptoms. Then what is objective symptoms? Objective symptom means when the symptoms are noted by the observer. Observer means here nurse also, observer, as well as by the clients, by the patient. Example, jaundice. Jaundice we can notice, okay, like yellowish discoloration we can find in nails, okay. So this and all, this is about the objective system. These all are the terminology we use in a health assessment. Then next one is health history. So health history. What is health history means? It is a collection of subjective data in detail. So subjective, as I said before, here subjective means the patient, okay. So subjective data in detail regarding client's health in a chronological order. Chronological order means systemic wise the order. Okay, so here we are collecting the data through the client. The client is telling about the history or the client's parents or client's family. Okay, through them we are collecting the history of a client. So what are all the factors that affect when we are collecting subjective data? So there are some factors that affect when we collect the subjective data. So what and all the factor means? Physical settings. Physical settings means where we are collecting the data. Okay, it is depends upon the physical settings, like if whether other patient is present there. Okay, if it is a comfortable place to collect the data, so that also affect. The next one is client's personality and behavior. If the client's personality is not good, like if the client is don't want to talk or they are not able to talk, okay, that also can affect the subjective data. And next one is nurse's personality and behavior. Even the nurse's personality also can matter or affect the subjective data. How the nurse is interacting with the clients, that also matters. Then next one is communication skill. Okay, so communication skill means whether nurse and patient communication skill is good there or bad, that also can affect subjective data. If they don't have any common language, okay, then that can affect. And last thing is patient's problem. Okay, if the patient themselves they cannot speak and cannot say about their health issues or health history, that also can affect the subjective data. Then format of health history. So how, as I said before, the health assessment, it is a systemic process. Okay, for that health history, when we are collecting health history, we need to follow these format. Okay, so first one what we are going to collect means mainly biographic data. Second is chief complaints, history of present illness, past health history, family history, occupational and environmental history, and psychosocial history, and review of system. So this is the format of health history when you collect the history. First one is biographic data. Biographic data. So what is biographic data means? Mainly in biographic data, you are collecting the client's name, address, gender, age, marital status, occupation, religion, family income, okay, educational qualification, etc. So in biographic data these things you are going to collect. Then second one is chief complaints. Now chief complaints means when the clients, it is a brief assessment. Okay, when the clients comes to the hospital or medical care saying any problem. Okay, what client statement, what the client is saying that they have the problem in particular time when they came to hospital, that is called chief complaints. Okay, then next one is history of present illness. So in present illness you are collecting the history of present illness. Whatever the person is having illness, so that illness, about illness you are going to collect the history. So onset means the patient from when it started. Okay, and then signs and symptoms. So what all the signs and symptoms present in a client. Then duration, like it been 2 days or 1 week or 3 days? What is the duration of present illness? Whatever the person or the client is suffering, from when? Okay, that is duration. Then next one is treatment taken. Okay, before coming to the hospital, whether they have taken any treatment. Okay, that also you need to know. Then other complaints such as loss of appetite, insomnia, disorders of stomach, etc. Okay, so other complaints, if the person is complaining about loss of appetite, if they are not feeling hungry, okay, then insomnia, if they are not getting complete sleep, and any disorder about stomach, if they're having any stomach upset, okay, or any reflex, if anything, okay, if any complaint is there, that also you are asking to the patient. And then client's health habits. Okay, like client's health habits, what you are taking, eating habits, like how, what time, and what kind of food the patient is taking, and sleeping, etc. Sleeping habits also, like whether patient is getting good sleep or not, okay, at what time they sleep, how many hours they sleep. So sleep pattern also you are going to ask in history of present illness. The next one is past medical history. So when you are collecting past medical history, what you are going to ask the clients, mainly childhood illness. Okay, childhood illness, if the clients have been suffered through the any childhood illness like mumps, measles, and so on. If any kind of childhood illness, if the clients have been suffered through. And then allergies, if the patient is having any allergy to any medications or any kind of food. Then medical disease, if the patient is been suffering through any medical disease like diabetes mellitus and anemia, etc., any kind of disease if the patient is have had. Okay, then surgery, if the clients have been had surgery, like any history of surgery, like before coming to this hospital 1 year before, any time, if they have been gone through any surgery, that information also you are going to collect. Then hospitalization, if the person is have been hospitalized, here we are collecting the past history. So in past, if they have been hospitalized, they have been gone to hospital, and why they have been gone to hospital, okay, those information you are going to collect here. Then obstetric history, so obstetric history mainly for female patient who are married, for those patient you are going to collect this history. So number of live births, means how many births the female patient have been given, and any, if any abortion, okay, mode of delivery, okay, what kind of delivery it happened, normal or cesarean, that also depends. So in this obstetric history you are going to collect this kind of history. And then next one is family tree. So in family tree, also called as pedigree chart. So what you are collecting information about family members, how many family members they are staying in a home, and family history of illness. If family history of illness means if any family members are suffering through diabetes mellitus, hypertension, of any illness, that also you are going to collect through the in family history. So this is the family tree or pedigree also you can call. So what is this means, mainly husband and wife. Okay, so this is about, if it is like this, then it is male, and if it is circle, female, if it is block, then affected male, affected female, if it is line crossed, then diseased male. Diseased means they are died. Okay, if they are dead. So if they are dead, then this is deceased female. Okay, this is about the family tree. The next one is occupational history. So in occupational history, what you are going to collect? So collecting data in occupational history, mainly you are asking the clients about client's job, nature of job. So what is client's job, what is the client's nature of job, and which environment the job is, or if the client is exposed to any harmful substance, if any. Okay, when they are doing job, that time when they are working, any kind of hazardous or the harmful substance they have been exposed. This also we are going to collect in occupational history. The next one is psychosocial history. So in psychosocial history, you are going to collect about the clients or patient smoking, if the patient is smoking or alcoholism, and what all the food habits. Okay, then what and all the likes and dislikes of the patient, and what is the sleeping pattern of the patient, and whether patient does exercise or not. These and all you're collecting in psychosocial history. The next one is review of systems. So review of system, you are collecting or information is gathered by system wise. Okay, system wise you are collecting the information. This is all about the health history. So next class we are going to discuss about physical examination. Thank you all.